Well, first of all, the play is called Not Your Superwoman, and there's a reason for that. Because we want to discuss the fact that women, especially black women, there's this trope, isn't there? That you've got to be everything, you've got to do everything, you've got to have everything. And take everything on board, on your shoulders. And I hope with this play, we're saying, yes, that's okay. That's fine to do that. But we've also got to be able to go, you know what, today I can't do it. And I need a bit of help. It's very difficult for the Caribbean community to ask for help because it's so ingrained in us that we are the superwomen of our community. And I think, this play hopefully will encourage black women to seek help, to look at their circumstances and go, okay, I don't need that, because, you know, I am allowed, I am entitled to well-being and a healthy mind and a healthy body. So I think, that's kind of what we're looking to discuss and offer up in this play. This story that has been created, and, you know, in terms of our journey through this story, it's literally the words have been written by us, by Emma. We've created it together. So to be able to come back to the bush and lock those doors and have whatever it is, 90 minutes, 2 hours of pure, beautiful storytelling is really exciting for me. I'm not interested in doing like vanity projects or anything like that. If the vanity project was something that I wanted to talk about, then yes, of course. But for me, it's more about stories that speak to me. Joyce is a mother. She's a daughter. And I think Joyce is a complex character. She is probably the what's the word I'm looking for? The reincarnation or carnation or something like that of her mother's idea of survival in another country. Right? So her mother came over here with Joyce as a young baby. You know, England wasn't set up back then as it is set up now. So those struggles, those desires to want a better life for her child, I think sometimes are mismanaged by that generation, that then gets passed down to the next generation. So Joyce is a product of her mother's desire for betterment, right? So Joyce is fly. She works in a lawyer's, company. She's all about money. She's all about looking good. She's all about presenting herself in a way that Britain will accept her. She then passes some of that on to her daughter. Joyce wasn't brought up with money. So now Joyce pays for everything for her daughter because she wants her daughter to have everything that she didn't have. Trauma, the passing down of that. So, but Joyce is trying to do a good thing, what she thinks is good and acceptable, for her daughter.
What I resonate most about my character, Erica, is just her journey towards healing, taking the responsibility of being that person in the family to equip herself with therapy, with just understanding how those traumas could affect you in the future, and trying her best to not allow that to be a cycle anymore. And I feel like I resonate and I relate with that so much, because I'm trying to do that work as a young person, and when you don't see that work being done from the people before, and the kind of like, you know, Caribbean culture, African culture, we can be like, oh, what's therapy? Why are you doing that? Trying to break down those lies that surround it, really. And I feel like my character's objective, she's on a mission to try and piece her family together. She's trying to heal the relationship with her mom, but it's sticky, and it's a constant brick wall she's experiencing, and she's hoping to break that wall down by the end of the play. So it's interesting going through that. Yeah.
What's been your process in getting to know Erica? How do you, in general, get to know your characters, and what was your entry point into understanding that this is who Erica is?
Yeah. Firstly, it's in the writing. It's in how Emma has put these two characters together. It's a different process to what I'm used to. Sometimes I'm used to a play just being fully written, the character's there, that's it, boom, I take that on. With this one, it's more of a collaborative experience, and it's like, what do I want to say as a Black woman, and how do I use Erica as a vessel to do that? So, in a way, it's a little bit more refreshing for me to just relate to a character right off the bat, and I don't have to overextend myself to bring her to me. I just match with her in the middle, and just making her feel very like relatable to a lot of young Black women in London, you know, who are working on themselves, who are juggling so much, but also may have those relationships and those family dynamics that's just really hard, and never really speaking about it. So for me, the process of finding Erica has been a nice one, quite an easy one. I think what's been hard so far is just bringing those personal experiences to the table, and just being like, this is gonna be hard to talk about. And when you're at odds with a parent or a loved one, or just someone that you care about, like, putting that in front of everybody in theatre is hard. And what it's gonna do to us emotionally and physically every night is gonna be hard. But yeah, it's been nice to have a character who's just light and just fun, and then but you underestimate her depth and what she's doing and how she's working on herself. So the discovery of that is going to be nice for the audience as well. But yeah, I'm having a good time with Erica, like a nice time. Yeah, it's nice.
So I don't really know it that much. I have kind of different distant memories of it, which is really interesting because there are different distant memories and sounds that we create in the show that kind of trigger memories. So that's really interesting to kind of go through that as an artist. Learning from Tish, you know, about a lot of things, and Lynette, and really, I don't know, I feel as though Guyana is being introduced to me in a really beautiful way with this play, and the people who are in it. Obviously we've got 3 Guyanese people in it. So yeah, even like talking about the food and stuff like that. And I've never had cheese rolls.
I've not.
I've never had cheese rolls growing up. That's something that's in the play.
Okay.
It's something that's really like quite significant to Guyana. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know whether it's significant to the whole of the Caribbean, but this was like, I'm like, okay, well, let's get some of that in. So it's those kind of little things. Because I think I missed a lot of that being a child. You know, my parents kind of lent more to, because my mother was English, we lent more to that side of the family, and kind of the Guyanese food and pepper pot and all that kind of stuff, and cook up rice was kind of in the home rather than being like in our community. Do you know what I mean? So it's really, really lovely to be in a room with people who can teach me. I'm willing to be taught. It's nice.
What have I learned from my grandmother? Like, it could be anything.
Anything.
Crazy. My grandmother taught me how to wash white clothes properly.
Teach
and
me.
It is so important to her, because having like a dirty looking white top to my grandmother is detrimental. So she taught me that you need to take your white clothes, don't mix new whites with old whites. You separate them. Do not put socks. Do not put white socks with white shirts. Don't even put your socks with your underwear. Like, separate everything. Your socks have to be washed separately, especially your white socks. Your underwears have to be washed separately. And your white tops and your white clothes need to be washed in unison with the age of the tops. You soak them down separately with warm water in a bathtub, and you put your Vanish or your Oxy Vanish or whatever it's called. You just soak it down with some conditioner. Just leave it to soak for maybe 4 hours. And then you rinse it out, and then you put it in the washing machine. And when it's done, that thing is white, I tell you. My grandmother taught me that. She taught me about how to stay hydrated in a very hot country that doesn't have like the best air conditioning. So you get a tub of cold water and you just place it near your bedside, and instead of the sun and the heat sucking out all of your water when you're sleeping, it's actually taking it from the basin that's next to you, so it kind of balances it out. Yeah, she taught me those things.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm
That's a
learning.
great question.
I learned.
It's been good. Thankfully, Lynette's really wise and instinctively good at pairing people, putting people together. So putting me and Golda together has been a treat. It's just, Golda's, OG in the thing. So I'm learning a lot from her. And and just being in a room where your voice is not undermined is nice, man. No one's talking over you, no one's saying, nah, you're wrong. So it's like not welcoming your ideas to the table and analyzing stuff together. So the rehearsal process has been really, really nice, especially with Lynette, who, again, just looking at someone and just being like, I trust you. And how do we dissect this? Where do we go? Has been really, really nice. So it's a lot of hard work though, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of brain power going into finding out what's going, but it's gonna be worth it. So you're gonna really enjoy it. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, I think it's definitely like the most personal thing that I've written. I think that is true. I think I think both actors and Lynette have been so generous in kind of like sharing their experiences, and kind of we've had lots and lots of discussions and lots of talks. Most plays for me begin with a conversation, right? So most things begin with conversations, and that's what kind of inspires me. And so there is like definitely like a real personal element of it. I haven't really spoken about motherhood in my work, and I think this is the first time that I have done that, and that feels very scary but very, very cool. So yeah, I think there is a lot of me in there, a lot of all of us in there, and I think
And the importance of having Black stories, women's stories, and then Caribbean stories, which you guys are all Caribbean. Can you speak to the importance of preserving our legacy and history and telling our truths? Because when we're not in control of telling our stories, it gets diluted. Someone else will, and it's was it projected impression of what they think we are. So I guess it's what this means to you, the importance of capturing our legacy and doing it on the stage.
Yeah, I think that does feel really important, and I feel like quite often, like, there are just so many ways to be Black and British, right? And we are from most of us are from diasporic kind of places and legacies, and I feel like we just need to kind of open up conversations. That's all I want to do for my work. I want people to have conversations, and like this conversation about Black women, about mental health, about ancestry, and putting that on stage felt really, really, really important for me. And there's also like just a diversity in that, and especially what motherhood looks like as well. And that's very much part of the play as well. Because it's something that I think something that feels quite personal to me, and you know, just really when I had my kid, I think my thoughts and kind of feelings towards that kind of shifted and changed and made me like really think about my relationships and like all of them, and like my grandparents, and you just kind of think about that stuff a lot more.
Can you talk to me a little bit about the writer's process from page to stage?
So you do lots of drafts of things. So I guess like everything, like I said, everything for me starts from a conversation. So you kind of have a conversation, you have a thought, and then these characters really came to me. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like their voices are just in my head, in there. It felt in my bones, and maybe that's what I mean by the kind of personal nature of it. So it wasn't like I had to sit and do loads of like character work and really think about who these people are. They live, I guess, version of them inside me. And then kind of like getting that down, and so privileged to be working with Lynette, who is, as well as an amazing director and co-creator, is a really intelligent theatre brain and dramaturg, and really helped me to really investigate the story and what it's about. So together we've had a lot of phone calls, a lot of Zooms, a lot of meetings, a lot of thinking. And so this process has been really special, because it hasn't been like many of your processes as a writer where you're by yourself. It's you and your laptop. This has been so open, so many chats, so many videos. I've had lots of videos and like pictures of Guyana and like thinking about that. So it's been a really, really special collaborative process.